All right, today's video is gonna be pretty sweet. We have Reese and we have Grace sticking their hands in a box to see if they can guess the mystery item.
Yeah, Carson has all these things set up ready for us to go. I just hope it's not a spider or snake.
Or even scarier, like a Brussels sprout. Cabbage. Broccoli.
You can stop,
asparagus.
you can stop.
Okay, all right. Well, anyways, let's go see if we can guess these items. And are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. All right, we have a mystery what's in the box feel the item challenge. And we have Reese and we have Grace. And we already have the first item in there. Go ahead, no looking. I want to see, I want a fair game.
Where'd it go?
Fair game.
She literally took it, bro. Yo,
Hey, no cheating.
It's an 8-ball, isn't it? It's like that.
Reese got it.
It's a
I got
magic
it?
8 ball.
Yeah, Reese got it. All
You
right.
said 8 ball, I said magic 8 ball.
Ooh. I think Reese gets it.
Yeah.
Okay. Point Reese. We'll go to the next round and put a new item in. Let's go. All right, round 2. Reese has 1 point. Grace, can you catch up?
Yes.
You better. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Yo,
Oh,
it's in a
it's
cup?
squishy.
It's in a cup?
It's in a cup.
Oh,
Wait.
there's a cup. No, mine is not in a cup.
Yo, there's something.
All right.
hold
oh,
up.
it's Play-Doh. It's Play-Doh.
What?
All right.
No.
Grace gets it. Point Grace, but what color is it? This will tell us a lot, folks.
There's no way.
I think it's orange.
Yo,
I think she might. I honestly
Is
don't
she
remember.
cheating?
But anyways,
Yo,
oh,
she's
she got
cheating.
it. All right,
Yeah,
she
she's-
might be cheating, but it's fine because it is what it is. All right, round 3, new item. Let's go. All right, round 3. I think it's tied. This one's a good one. Go ahead. Let's see.
Oh, yo.
What is that? What is that?
Wait,
what is that?
it's
what
like,
is that?
it was wet.
All right.
What is that?
It's like wrinkly.
Okay, that's
Oh.
close. We're
Oh, is
getting
it
there.
like gummies? Like
No, not
Yo,
not
hold
quite
up.
gummies.
Is it like a fruit?
Maybe or
Yo, hold up.
something.
Is it raisins?
It's raisins.
Yo.
That's pretty fire. Let me hold on. I'm actually kind of hungry, so.
That's
All right,
That's
let's go to
Ew,
my
we
hands
just-
were on that.
Yeah, we just palmed them.
They were on that. Anyways, let's go to round 4. All right, round 4, new item. I honestly have no clue what the score is at
I
this
got
point.
2.
And I'm
I
just
got
gonna
2.
miss the raisins because I'm
Me too.
hungry. But let's go for it. Anyways, go.
Oh, well, yo, what is that?
It's a
Yo, is
headband.
that-
It's a crown. It's a crown.
Yo, it's like
The crown.
sharp.
Yeah, you're
It's a
right.
princess crown.
Grace got it. I think it's now tied again. So Grace got it.
Dang,
Put
she
it on
got
real
that
quick.
too quick.
Period.
All right. Anyways, let's go to round 5. This is round 5. I think you guys are tied if my math is correct.
2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. Go for it.
Oh, yo.
It's
nah.
like a feather,
Yo,
like
it's
a
soft.
feather.
What is it,
A
though?
feather
It's,
scarf, like a feather.
Close, but there's a name for
bird
it.
leaves?
Okay.
Oh.
Reese is way off.
It's like a feather scarf.
Yeah, it's a feather
It's
scarf.
like,
What is it
gotta be
called,
some
though?
type of
It's called like
necklace.
Come on. It's a type of snake, I think. I don't know,
A
maybe
snake?
not. Yeah.
Yo, no,
Come
no,
on.
don't joke like that.
No, it's not. It's not a snake. It's a type of snake, though.
It's like a feather.
Wait, we haven't gotten it yet?
No, you haven't got it.
Yo.
Not the real name, at least. I mean, you kind of. You're
Real
on the
name?
right track for sure.
I'm not gonna get the
It's
real
like
name.
it rhymes with Loa.
Lola.
Boa, a feather boa.
Lola.
Boa feather.
Boa, got it. Perfect.
Oh.
All right, cool.
Huh? Wait,
it's a boa. It's a boa. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
this
yeah,
crown
so-
really hurts.
Yeah. All right. Grace won this one. Round 6, I think we're going to now. She's up, and we'll get a new item.
I'm gonna catch it.
We're on to round 6. Grace is up. She also has a whole new wardrobe, so this is interesting. But Reese, you gotta catch up, man.
Yo, I'm
or else I'm
going
about to
to.
take your
He's not
spot.
going to.
Anyways,
He's not
all
going
right, 3,
to.
2, 1. Put your hands in. Let's see.
Yo, oh, nah. Yo. It's like,
It's
okay,
a
that feels
sand?
like,
Is it like kinetic
feels
sand?
like, I don't know.
Is
Come
it
on, you gotta
kinetic
get
sand?
it. No, it's not kinetic
like
sand.
It's like pom poms, like little
Sort of
pom poms.
cotton.
Yep, Grace gets it. Man, you're getting dusted
Bro.
right now, dude. You're getting dusted. All right, we're gonna get a new item and go to round 7, I think it is. Round 7, I honestly have no clue what Reese's score is at this point. I just know Grace is really up, so.
I think it's 4-2. 3-2.
Maybe this is where
No.
the comeback starts.
Yeah, no, it's.
All right, Reese, go. Get a head start.
Yo, hey,
It's a
yo.
stuffed animal. It's a bluey
Okay.
stuffed animal.
All right.
No, there's no.
She knows her stuffed animals,
She's
folks.
cheating.
I swear.
She might be
I
cheating.
swear I did not see
She
that.
might be cheating.
Swear.
Definitely.
Yeah, maybe we stop the cheating in round 8. All right, let's get a new item. Round 8, we did some math. I think it's 5-2. So you really gotta make a
know,
crazy
I had
comeback.
way more
They gotta write a
points.
book about this comeback. Anyways,
I had
all
way
right,
more
here we go.
points.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yo, it's
It's,
Oh,
Oh,
yo,
it's
what's it? It's like some craft type of thing.
Okay, not really.
Oh.
You're really off, to be honest.
It's like, wait,
Let's
yo,
just say you're lucky
it's like
that it's not
taking
a
the
real
whole
one.
it's a
thing.
spider. Is it a spider?
Yo, no.
Yo, Grace
that's
is
pretty
way
good.
too good at this
Is it
one.
a
She
stuffed
got
animal
it? No.
She
spider?
got it. It's a spider. Take your hands out. Round 9. I mean, did you get that last one? I can't remember.
No,
No?
I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Well, common theme. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Go. Yeah.
Oh, it's
no,
oh
I got
my
this
God.
one. Yo, I got, huh?
It's
say
kinetic
it.
sand. Is
Yo,
it not kinetic sand?
No, it's not kinetic. What's your thing with kinetic sand?
Yo, hold on. Yo, it's stuck to my hand.
Yeah,
yo,
I had to
no,
wash my
what
hands
is
for like
it?
30 minutes.
Yo, no, what the?
You're acting like it's
Wait,
biting
Yo,
you.
bro, it's like, yo, I don't
It's
like
not
this.
kinetic sand?
No,
Oh.
I'll give you a hint. It's like edible, and you usually get it at like
Yo,
summer
my,
events.
my fingers are tensioning
Oh,
up,
it's
bro.
cotton candy. It's cotton
Oh.
candy.
Yeah, Grace got it.
Yo, what the heck is this?
Yeah, not. Oh my goodness, not the best. But
Wait, can I wash my hands right here?
Yo, is this cotton candy?
Yeah, while she washes her hands, we'll go to round 10.
Yo, is that
with-
banana flavor?
All right, final round. I don't even know what this. I think it's 7-2, but
Hey, I'm feeling confident.
I'm gonna spice it up. Whoever gets this right wins it all. All right, go.
Yo.
Feels a little weird. Feels a little.
Yo, nah.
Is it pasta? Probably
Yo,
not.
it's like,
Is it
it's
pasta?
cold.
No, it's not pasta.
cold.
It's freezing, huh?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
What
that's
is it?
really
Come on.
Oh,
No guesses?
I think I know what it is.
Somehow she knows everything.
Yeah, she might know what it is.
I think I know
Give
what it
Reese a little
is.
chance to guess
I'm
it.
gonna
Give
give you
Reese
a
a little
chance.
chance. Come on.
Oh.
I'll count down. 10, 9, 4.
Come on.
Yo, silly string.
Reese got it.
Finally.
He finally won. Finally.
Oh, I won?
Yeah, you get the.
Yo.
And guess what? We're gonna go to the culture couch. So let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Culture Couch, where we sink in and get comfortable.
Nice couch.
Sometimes talk about some uncomfortable things. That game was a lot of fun. I hope
It
y'all
was.
can forgive Carson for making you go through that.
Yeah, sorry.
But that was a lot of fun.
I mean, I won. Let's be fair.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
did.
I think the rules say you didn't win, but it is what it is. If
well,
wanna
you
say
kind
won-
of added in some random thing at the end.
Seems
but
like you and Reese got something going on.
No,
like
no,
some
no.
type
Chat, who do you
of-
think actually
Chat.
won?
Chad, what are we
Hey,
doing?
Grace is creeping up to the GOAT conversation. Just saying.
Yeah, Reese is
saying.
undisputed.
I do have a quick question for y'all. All right, what is a Mystery Box's favorite social media channel or social media platform? Let's put it that way.
It's a mystery box
mystery
favorite
box.
social media.
What's like, I don't know.
Snapchat?
I'm not.
Bryce always has these
Hey, who
like.
said it? Yep,
Snapchat?
Grace got it. Snapchat.
Wait, how though?
Wait,
Because there's
But
a
we need to-
ghost. I don't know.
Because when you open up a snap, it's a mystery. Like you don't know what you're gonna see.
Oh.
And I was, it's
Never
like
make
a
a
ghost
joke
as
again.
the logo.
yeah, I just thought about the ghost.
That one
Alright.
was so good.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. Don't worry, I'm here all night. I'm here all night.
Yeah.
So I want to roll into the first question for you, and it's not too difficult, but it'll be thought provoking. Why is forgiveness so challenging?
That's like a question I ask myself every day.
Yeah.
Deep.
I think for me, on both ends of it, it's kind of like you either have to kind of go down, not to that person's level, but like you kind of just have to like even yourself out with that person when you forgive them. And it's just kind of like whether they did you dirty or you're forgiving someone, it's kind of just you have to swallow your pride a little bit and just accept it. And if it's the right thing to do, it's a little bit easier. But sometimes you have to forgive someone when you don't want to. And so maybe that's why it's so challenging, just because sometimes you don't want to, but it's the right thing to do. And it's kind of that's a challenge we face through more than just forgiving. But yeah.
I
Yeah.
think for me, I'm such like a justice person, and I always just want like everybody to be on like same page and same level. And I think it's so much easier. I think in the moment it seems so much easier to just like not forgive and like, you know, just go off on somebody for
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they
Hold it against
did, and
them.
it feels so good in the moment.
Yeah.
And I so I
Because you're like, that's not right.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
you did wasn't right. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think in the moment, it can be so easy to be like, you know what? I love that person. I just forgive them, because you just kind of want to be like, no, you did this wrong and this wrong
Yeah,
and this
yeah,
wong,
yeah.
and you want to like hurt their feelings back if they hurt your
Almost like
feelings.
it's almost like you want to hurt them back sometimes,
yeah,
right?
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And so I think that's why it's so hard to forgive, is because it's like, for me, it's like letting my pride down, and it's like, ugh,
Yeah,
So
like
true.
For sure.
I could have, you know, like told this person like
Yeah.
how much of a horrible person they are, but yeah, really at the end of the day,
And like, what does that even lead to?
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, totally. I feel like too, yeah, like what you're saying, I feel like being quick to forgive is like definitely a lot harder than
It's so
like maybe
hard.
forgiving as a whole.
Yeah.
For myself, I'm like, sometimes I just need to process, like I need to like have it out, you know,
Yeah.
in my mind even, just to be like, to feel justified. But do you guys think, sorry, Bryce, I'm gonna ask a question. Do you guys think it's harder to ask someone for forgiveness, like when you did something wrong, or to actually just forgive someone?
I think it's just harder for me. I think it's
Just
just
in
harder to
general,
forgive.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
for me, it's, it can
I'm
be
almost
difficult
like
a lot.
I'm kind of a petty person sometimes, so asking for forgiveness is like harder than forgiving, because I can
Yeah,
like own
I
up
get
to my mistake or whatever, but like asking for it, I feel like I'm like begging or something like that. So like I'm really bad with that. So asking for forgiveness, I'm like, dang it, if they don't want to do it, then like, what's the point? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's kind of ruining the moment. But that's,
you don't want to have to ask.
I don't
you
want to ask.
them to
Yeah,
just do
I'm not a good asker. So yeah,
I get
if
that.
they can just do it and make my life a lot easier. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
That's
probably
fair.
that. Yeah, but
That's fair.
yeah.
So whether you ask for forgiveness or not, how does it make you feel when someone does forgive you for something?
I mean, for me, forgiveness is not so much about forgiving, but more like the principle of it. If that makes sense. Like, I'm not mad that you did something. I'm more mad that you like didn't like think through it. You know what I mean? Like mistakes happen, but it's more so like the principle. Like forgiving whatever, but it's like you owning up to it, you understanding it is more important than actually doing the action. If that makes sense. So, yeah, that's what I think about all that.
I think for me, it feels very freeing because if there's like bad blood between me and somebody, it can really stress me out. And so I think when I know and somebody tells me like, hey, I forgive you, like it's okay, it's like a breath of fresh air, and it's like
Yeah.
a weight lifted off of me, because like I don't have to be like proving to that
Yeah.
person like, you know, like I am a good person, I didn't mean to hurt
Yeah.
your feelings, I didn't mean to do this. Like it's just like, okay, like they're okay with
Yeah.
you know
like,
what I
they've
did,
forgiven
and
me.
they,
So
yeah,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've learned a lot about forgiveness, which one day you guys will in this too. But being married, like, guys,
Oh,
the
it's
amount
like every
of
day, right?
days that it's like, okay, like, can you please forgive me? And honestly, Brett, I like wish he was here, but I'll just give him a little brag. Like, is so good at asking for forgiveness, and is so good at like just kind of doing it quickly, and I'm not as good at that.
Yeah.
But it's been such a challenge to me in the best way of like, dang, like something will happen and he will so quickly be like, can you just forgive me? And I'm so impressed because my like ego and pride doesn't want to do
Yeah.
that a lot of the time. But I think I've learned so much. It just is, it's freeing. It's like, okay, when I mess up, you know what, can you please forgive me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like learning to put your ego and like pride to the side, honestly, just, you don't have so much resentment and bitterness like filling your heart, which I think it's so easy to get to that place. Just leaves you, in
Yeah.
like that freedom, and I'd say it's worth
I think
it,
the older
but-
you get to, you kind of like, especially in high school or something like that, a little bit like when you're younger, it's like everything's the biggest deal ever. The older you get, it's like, is it really that deep? Most of
Yeah.
the time, it's like, are we like, is it really that deep?
Sometimes
So-
it really still feels
Sometimes
like
it is
it
that
is.
deep.
But yeah.
Sometimes, but most of the time, it's not that deep. So
Yeah.
I think once you get past that point, it's like it's chill. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Brett, if you're listening, thank you for being such a
Yeah,
great
shout out,
example
Brett.
No,
for forgiveness.
seriously.
One more question for you all. This one's a little more challenging. Do you think that there are limits to forgiveness?
That's such a good question. I don't think that there's limits to forgiveness, but I think something that maybe people that don't have a relationship with Jesus don't understand about people who do and they forgive like Jesus. Something that they might not understand is that you can forgive somebody, but you can still set boundaries.
Totally.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think
Yeah.
people setting boundaries can almost feel like, oh, they still are, you know, like,
Yeah.
they still don't love me, they still don't forgive me. But actually, they do. And I think I learned this from my parents. There's been a lot of times where somebody has, like, not been in our life anymore, and they've been like, we still love this person and we forgive them,
Yeah.
but we're just not going to be around them anymore.
Yeah.
And I never really realized that until I started to grow up, of, like, forgiving somebody's being, like, from a distance even. It can be
Yeah.
like, I still love them, because it's more for yourself, it's not for the other person.
Yeah.
And I think I didn't really realize that until more recently.
Yeah, I think that's so good. Yeah, and even talking about Jesus, it's like when it comes to him, there's really not any like limit to forgiveness. I think in our like human nature, like that kind of changes things up a little bit. Like sometimes I feel like there is a limit, but I think learning the boundaries is so important too, because sometimes someone will just hurt you over and over and over, and you can keep forgiving them, but learning how to, okay, I'm gonna forgive them from a distance. And I even think about a lot of the time we think of forgiveness as like just a one-time act.
Yeah.
There are some times in my life I'm like, or like some seasons I'm like, I need to forgive that person like over and over
day,
again,
yeah.
because what you were saying, it affects you so much more. Like I'm forgiving them. I'm not telling them like every day, hey, just so you know, again, I forgive you.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
need to do that. But for your own heart and soul, like, okay, I'm gonna forgive them again because I see this bitterness rising up in me, and that isn't what we want to be, you know,
Yeah.
living
Yeah.
in.
I think we've even talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's times where I've had to wake up every single day and be like, I'm gonna start my day off by forgiving, you know, certain people, or
Yeah.
even if it's like literally writing down a list of people that you need to forgive, starting your day off with being like, I forgive this person and
Totally.
I love this person and what they did. You know, it might suck, but it's okay. We're all human. Like, throughout your day, you'll just have less bitterness.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I just second what both of you guys say. It's like the boundaries is big because you don't want to get yourself in that cycle of just forgiving and then going back to getting hurt and then forgiving and then back to hurt. Definitely boundaries, but I definitely think that everything can be forgiven. There's some things that are harder to forgive others
Totally.
for. But yeah, I think forgiveness is universal and
Yeah.
for everything. So yeah, I agree
And
with you guys.
just when you remember, like, I mean, we do all follow Jesus, but how much we've been forgiven for, I feel like that's what the check is a lot for me. Is like, wow, I've done a lot of things and Jesus has forgiven me continuously, like 70 times 7, like continuously forgives me. So why would I not forgive someone else, you know? And I've hurt other people and I've been forgiven by them too. So yeah, I think just remembering that is so key.
For sure. Yeah.
That's so good. That's so good. Well, I think Reese also has some gems to drop about forgiveness. So let's take a moment to toss it over to him.
Man, that was such a great conversation, and honestly, one I kind of needed to hear. I find myself sometimes having a hard time to forgive others, but thankfully, there's this parable in the Bible that Jesus shares with us, and it's about this servant who owed a king like a crazy amount of money. I'm telling a big amount of money, but the servant begged for mercy, and the king felt honestly kind of sorry for this servant, so he said, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. I forgive you of your debt. Then later, that same servant that was just forgiven found a fellow servant who owed him just a little bit of money, and he had no mercy on his fellow servant that owed him some stuff. The word got back to the king, and I'm telling you, when the king learned of this, he lashed out, he crashed out. He had the unforgiving servant thrown in jail. But before he threw him in jail, he said one thing that really stuck out to me. He said, shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you? Like, you'd think that'd be obvious, but to be honest, there's been times where I think I've been unforgiving. I can think of times I wasn't forgiving to my sister, my boys, my teacher. To be honest, sometimes where I wasn't forgiving to the person that friend-zoned me. It's hard to be in those moments. For real though, the parable highlights the importance of forgiving others as God forgives us. Check it out, forgiven people forgive. Think about this, who is someone you can forgive that you haven't yet forgiven? Maybe after this you gotta write down a list of those people, maybe you hit them up. Honestly, maybe you gotta pray about it and ask God for confidence and clarity on who those people are. And if you think about it, our ability to forgive comes from recognizing how much we have been forgiven. It doesn't come from our own will or our own power, but it's God's, that He sent His Son to die on the cross for us, and that's why we're able to be forgiven. And if maybe you're struggling to think of people you need to forgive, maybe it's because it's yourself that you need to forgive. If God, who is perfect, forgave you, you who are imperfect can forgive you. Forgiveness blesses you. It brings freedom and healing to you. And the person who is forgiven, Christ's forgiveness led to our freedom of sin, healing from the effects of it, and a brand new life. The more you recognize how forgiven you are, the more power you can have to forgive other people. Because of this forgiveness, we are able to forgive others the way we've been forgiven. If you're sitting around with friends or maybe it's family, take a moment within your community to discuss what it looks like to follow Jesus' example and forgive others. But now that we've seen what the Bible says about forgiveness, let's toss it back to Carson and Grace.
That was definitely something. I had a feeling that was gonna be wild. Get it? Feeling? Because we had to feel what's in the box.
Alright, anyways, today's video taught us about how we can get through stuff without knowing what we're going into, just how you gotta feel your hands in the box and all that stuff. So it's important to know that as long as God is on our side, we'll be alright, even if we don't know what we're getting ourselves into.
You honestly couldn't have said it better.
Right.
But let me just say something. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Classic. Peace.